How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my updated review of NordVPN. Today, I'll be talking about the privacy policy, speed, streaming, and torrenting capabilities, as well as the security and features of NordVPN and how they can be of use to you. So before we begin, if you guys are interested in NordVPN, you'll find links to pricing and discounts in the description down below. So feel free to take advantage of those if you would like to grab yourself the long-term plan. Especially for the long-term plan, you're going to be able to save quite a bit. All right, so let's get started with the privacy policy. Now, as you may know, most VPNs will claim a no-logs policy, but unfortunately, most VPNs will also not exactly live up to that claim because they don't really have any evidence or any independent audits to back up their claims with. In this case, thankfully, we do have independent audits. So there are plenty of audits that NordVPN went through, and specifically two no-logs policy audits, one in 2018 and one in 2020. And the rest are client security testing audits, which most of them are actually resulting in very good standing, especially the no-logs policy audits. Okay, so you can view them if you do have a NordVPN account. So they're only available to people with NordVPN accounts. So this is why I can kind of access them, and you can view these audits in full detail on the website itself. All right. Now, with regards to the controversy, I know some of you guys may know about that. There was a breach in Finland. There was a data center in Finland that NordVPN was renting, and unfortunately it got compromised, but that was not exactly NordVPN's fault. It was due to the Finnish server provider. So as you can tell here, one server was affected in March 2018 in Finland. The rest of our service was not affected. No other servers of any type were put at risk. This was an attack on our server, not our entire service. The breach was made possible by poor configuration on a third-party data center's part that we were never notified of. Evidence suggests that when the data center became aware of the intrusion, they deleted the accounts that had caused the vulnerabilities rather than notify us of their mistake. As soon as we learned of the breach, the server and our contract with the provider were terminated, and we began an extensive audit of our service. No user credentials were affected. There are no signs that the intruder attempted to monitor user traffic in any way. Even if they had, they would not have had access to those users' credentials. The attacker did acquire TLS keys that under extraordinary circumstances could be used to attack a single user on the web using a specifically targeted and highly sophisticated man-in-the-middle attack that we detail further below. These keys could not and cannot be used to decrypt any encrypted NordVPN traffic in any form. So long story short, it was a failed attack, and it didn't really work thanks to NordVPN's strong server infrastructure. So that's pretty much it as far as the privacy policy goes. It is a pretty solid no-logs policy that is backed up with plenty of evidence that they do uphold the integrity of their privacy policy. So great stuff. Now, what about speed? Well, this is where NordVPN has, you could say, its strongest point. So I am using the NordLynx protocol, which is definitely the protocol that you should be using at all times. It's the most powerful protocol, arguably making NordVPN the fastest VPN in the industry. All right, so my base speed is 9.28 megabits per second. And when connected to the Italian server, you'll notice it's at 891, which ends up being a 3.98% decrease in speed. Usually, even the best of VPNs, you'll find a speed drop between 10, 20, 30%. And this is just absolutely amazing. But with NordVPN, you could see these numbers. So 8.87 when connecting to the New York server. And by the way, I am in the European region, so there's an entire ocean between me and New York. And it's still a 4.4% decrease. Now, the higher your speed, the more of a drop you're going to see. And because my speed really isn't that high, so if your internet speed reaches 100 megabits per second, you might see like a 20% drop, and that's still good because you're still getting 80 megabits per second. But in this case, because my speed is not that great in the first place, it's very good for me that I don't get to see a 20 or 30% drop. It stops at, about 10 to 15% max. And when connecting to the Japanese server, it went even below 8.87, now at 8.60, which is still a 7.32% decrease, which is just incredible. So in terms of speed, NordVPN is just one of the best VPNs out there. Just absolutely breaking all kinds of records when it comes to internet speeds. It minimizes the speed drops as much as possible, and that's just incredible. So yeah, NordLynx is definitely going to get a very high rating in terms of speed. Now, with regards to streaming, I just had no trouble streaming at all. As you can tell here, top 10 in the US today. I'm not in the US, and I am getting access to the Netflix library, which is just, very easy. Just connect to a US server and you're good to go. And you're able to unblock up to 10 Netflix libraries. So with regards to streaming, you have no problems at all with regards to streaming. And just to show you guys, I'll go ahead and refresh the page just so that because if I turn off my VPN and I refresh, it won't show that I'm in the States anymore, but it still shows that I'm in the States, just for you skeptics that think that I had prepared a fake page. This is a real page, and I'm connected to the NordVPN service right here. All right. With regards to torrenting, you have peer-to-peer specific servers, so you are able to engage in peer-to-peer activity on all the servers, but you do have peer-to-peer specialty servers anyways. And that's about it for streaming and torrenting. With regards to these security features, you have a lot of features. First of all, you have over 5,200 servers in 60 countries, and you're able to secure up to 6 devices with just one subscription. And of course, with regards to compatibility, NordVPN is compatible with nearly every single modern device you can think of, so you don't need to worry much about that. Okay, and with regards to the features, again, you get double VPN, onion over VPN, and let me just go ahead and disconnect so that I can switch to OpenVPN. This will give you access to an extra specialty server, which is dedicated IP. Double VPN will allow you to connect to 2 servers rather than 1 for double the encryption. And dedicated IP will give you the same IP address for every server here. So let's say UK. You'll notice when connecting to these servers, 813 will always have the same IP. 873 will always have the same IP, and it's the same with every other server. Whereas using regular servers, you'll get a different IP address every single time. Onion over VPN will give you access to the dark web without having to use the Tor browser, which can be useful. And you have NordLynx. Obviously, the one you want to keep using is NordLynx in terms of protocols. You have CyberSec as the ad blocker. You get a kill switch, which will kill your internet connection and disable it if the VPN disconnects unexpectedly, preventing any leaks. And the app kill switch, which will close selected apps when you disconnect from the VPN or the connection drops unexpectedly. And you have split tunneling, which will allow you to choose which applications are routed through the VPN and which are not. So you can have specific applications use the VPN while the rest of your connection is left untouched by the VPN tunnel, or vice versa. And you also have in advanced here an easy way to change your DNS with custom DNS in obfuscated servers if you are in a censorship heavy country. And of course, if these regular servers don't work, you might have to download the special version of NordVPN that is available on their website, which gives you access to the servers if you're in a censorship heavy country. All right. And of course, just and a little feature here that allows you to still use remote desktop and remote access if you want to be able to use your computer remotely while using the VPN. So that's pretty much it with regards to the features of NordVPN. They do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can just try the service for 30 days risk-free, no worries at all. And of course, they have 24/7 live chat support if you're interested in asking them any questions or claiming your refund or whatever it is that you have, you may be having trouble with the VPN. But overall, the UI is just very easy to use. views. You can, just manipulate the window however you want and make it bigger or smaller, whatever it is. You can see the map design is going to refresh your geography a little bit, which I do appreciate. I do like the map design. Oftentimes, I find myself just zooming into the country, even if I don't remember where it is. I like kind of looking for it just to kind of refresh my geography. So that's pretty cool. I do like that aspect about NordVPN. And right here, you'll notice that, it's just kind of giving you tips here and there, turn on threat protection, so on and so forth. And that's pretty much it. Of course, you don't have to use the map. You can just go down here and let's say select the United States, select the state, Miami, and here I have all the Miami servers. I can view them one by one. Plenty of servers, over 5,200 servers. So even with any other country, you can view all the servers one by one. Taiwan, whatever country you are looking for, you can view all the servers and you can see the percentage of, and you can see how much traffic is in each server. Obviously, the less traffic, the faster the server, the less congestion. Obviously, the less congested the server, the faster the speeds. And on the right here, you have a percentage giving you an idea of the capacity of the server and how congested it is. So yeah, obviously, the less traffic, the faster the speed. So keep that in mind. So that'll be it for this video. Hopefully, you guys learned a thing or two about NordVPN. I would say that NordVPN caters to most people. Honestly, it's a great VPN. So overall, NordVPN is just a super high quality VPN, especially for the price you're paying. One thing that you want to keep in mind is that NordVPN does not have split tunneling on Mac OS, so keep that in mind. And of course, if you need the custom DNS feature, and another thing you want to keep in mind is that if you want the custom DNS feature right here in advanced, you want to download it from the website if you are on Mac. Otherwise, the Windows just has custom DNS feature by default. But on Mac, just keep in mind, you won't get custom DNS unless you download it from the website, the NordVPN website. And you won't get split tunneling if you're on Mac. So yeah, just keep that little detail in mind if you're on Mac. And of course, if you're looking for countries that are, you have 60 countries in NordVPN, unlike ExpressVPN, for example, which has 94 countries. So make sure before you get the VPN, make sure that the countries you're after are available. I know most of you guys just want a US server and a few European countries. So yeah, just keep that in mind before you make the purchase. Otherwise, if you do make the purchase and you're not satisfied with it, you do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, you'll find links to pricing and discounts in the description down below. Besides that, comment below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel and stay up to date with everything VPNs and cybersecurity. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.